Chubstep.
Creating the oil of judgment.
Steed.
Chub. Step.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of the jungle.
Hallelujah, holla back. Hallelujah, holla back.
What about NATO? How do you feel about NATO?
I
Should
never
it be
met
disbanded?
NATO. I never met NATO. I don't know nothing about it. I don't talk about people behind their back.
NATO is the North Atlantic Treaty
Oh, but
Organization.
you didn't say that. I thought you talking about the guy. I know this guy named NATO Jacob.
No reason. I just like doing things like that.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And the show has started.
Hey,
Hey,
buddy.
buddy boys. Nava's on the show.
Heyo.
Heyo. I always forget to do this ahead of time, so I'm just going to look up how many times. Do you know how many times you've been on the show?
7. Actually, I have no idea. I'm guessing
You're
7.
actually right about this is your 8th.
My 8th?
So-
Okay. 5 more and then I retire.
Well, 2 more and you get your prize. 10 Timers Club.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a big one. So anyway, welcome back. The last time you were on was Chub 500,
Oh,
which is actually crazy. In like a week, that'll be a year since Chub 500.
how time flies.
Exactly.
It just feels like yesterday.
Yeah, I know people are saying that. It's too crazy. So, Steed is in
Trouble.
Korea.
He's in trouble.
He's in trouble in Korea, visiting. My assumption is he's there to visit his son that he didn't know about. Yeah, he finally has to make contact with.
Oh,
Steve
during his
was-
army days?
Yeah, Steve was stationed in the army in Korea for a decent amount of time, and there's speculation that he fathered a child while he was there.
Oh,
We'll
boy.
see. When he comes
Yeah.
back, well,
We'll get the DNA test going.
yeah, exactly. For those on YouTube, I apologize for my appearance. I have 2-year-old's glasses on that do not fit my face, but I couldn't find my normal glasses are in a different room. I didn't want to grab them right now. But it makes me looks like I have a filter on my face it just makes your face look like my eyes look small and the rest of my face looks really big.
It makes your eyes look closer together.
It does. It does. It looks like my eyes are here, but my eyes are just actually at the end of these glasses. They're very uncomfortable. There's no reason I actually had to wear glasses. I've decided that's my thing. So I still have my Jags head on, so don't worry.
Hey,
Hey, so I wanted to go over tattoos, and I realized I've talked about tattoos on Chubstep. I think this is like the 9th or 10th time on just tattoos in general, but not a specific deep dive on tattoos. And the reason I had you on, Nav,
yeah.
because you have more tattoos than anybody I know, that anyone I'm
Really?
close with.
Close with, okay.
I know I've heard of people that have more tattoos than you,
Oh, absolutely.
but you are the person that I'm friends with that has the most tattoos. Let's see if that's accurate. To me, that's accurate. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone else.
When did you start getting tattoos?
So my first tattoo is on my left hip. I have a birthmark the size of a quarter,
Mhm.
and I have decided, since I'm such a big fan of DC, to
Mhm.
make that my birthmark now. I got that about like 2 years ago.
Okay. And then you've gotten a
And
lot since then.
yes, and then I got one giant piece for all those people on YouTube can see.
Yeah.
Camera there. It's a whole arm piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, this was very time consuming. This was 4 days,
Whoa.
and it's not fun. I mean, I think the worst part of the whole experience was laying down for so long
Yeah.
and then going back to my B&B and laying down again to sleep.
Yeah. 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 Just like laying down nonstop. And do they let you listen to Chubstep while you're getting your tattoos?
I gave them recommendations because they play something on the shop like the shop radio, and I'm just like, can
Okay.
you put on Chubstep? I gotta catch up.
Yeah. That's actually the most heroic thing you can do as an American
Yeah.
citizen.
So
Uh,
you have an uptick in Utah going on right now.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you flew, you did not do it locally. You went, and why did you go somewhere else?
I was looking for a specific artist to do something like very particular,
Yeah.
and then I found the tattoo artist's name is Lala Ellsworth, and he does big pieces, all like tribal. Mine's a
Hmm.
fusion, so it's a tribal and Aztec mix. If you
Okay.
take a look, it's like the smaller parts of the
Yeah.
Aztec calendar or the Mayan calendar, which is
Okay.
exactly what I had asked for. So he did a great job.
Is it roughly based on the movie 2012, Where the World Ends?
Um,
Isn't that all
you
about the Mayan
know,
calendar?
it is about the Mayan calendar. It is loosely based, loosely.
Okay. Yeah, that's the one, 2012, and that's it actually came out in 2009, I think. Uh, yeah. Yeah, the end of the Mayan calendar. Okay. Also, I'm going to cut out that name. No free advertising for other artists.
That's fair.
Okay.
He has enough.
If it's still left in, that means you have the premium membership temporarily. That will be
Oh,
taken away.
Patreon. Yeah.
Yeah, you have the free trial to Patreon. So, uh, yeah, that makes sense. If you're doing something permanent on your body, you want to make sure the person that is doing it knows what they're
It's
doing.
legit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's would be really bad to get one that you regret and you're like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Hard to go back from that. Um,
Yeah.
you can get them removed, but from what I understand, it's very painful and it's not like an exact thing.
So that's a thing that I like found out. Pretty much anything that's fine line, which is like the very thin lines for whatever designs,
Yeah.
those tend to fade way faster than anything else.
Okay.
So you don't necessarily have to get it laser removed. It just fades away over time and to the point where it eventually just goes away.
Okay.
But that would be
I
like the
see.
only style.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. So now that you're, but much more an expert than me, I only have one tattoo, so I can't, it's Steve-O's face on my back. But I'm not going to show that to people
I
right
thought it
now.
was Steed O's face.
Yeah, Steve, it's Steed's face across my back. Exactly. Yeah, that would be something. So anyway, now you're expert. I want to kind of talk through tattoos, some things I found, maybe some things you found. Just hop in, stop me, hop in with your own things. I ate
Yeah,
a little bit of the start of tattoos. Did you have anything on like the original tattoos and things like that?
I just did the basic history,
So
and I just want to start
yeah.
off by saying, how dare you?
Yes. What?
Because
Yeah.
tattoo is such a broad, like,
Yes, it does.
it stems back like 5,000 years.
Yes.
There's just so much information. I'm just like, oh my God. And I have
Yeah.
like 2 days to prepare for this.
Well, yeah, exactly. So is this the one you're talking about now? This is I think the first
Yes,
it's like the first tattoo that they found.
the
And
Iceman.
yeah, the Iceman, exactly. And they found some mummies that were pretty similar time frame, but yeah, from like 3000 something BC, 3200
Yeah.
BC.
Hmm.
Iceman with tattoos, couple markings here on his arm. His skin looks like beef jerky.
Right.
But you can still tell there's a tattoo there.
Which was created by Suit.
Yeah, which I don't even know what that is.
Isn't that like the remnants of like a fireplace?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. And I'm assuming that's like done the tribal tattoo way, which is like where they're just like poking you,
Hammer, yeah.
hammering something in your skin, which seems really
Super
painful.
traumatic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So what stuff did you find interesting or things like that around kind of the old history of things?
So what I found is tattooing is really good and tattooing is really bad.
Yes.
And I, again, this is such a broad, just like there's so much
Yes.
information on tattooing specifically. I guess it's against like the Jewish faith to have tattoos because back in World War II, the Nazis would tattoo numbers on all the Jewish people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So ever since then, they're just like, yeah, no, we're not
No
doing that
tattoos.
ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's that you're right because like as I was going through this and like kind of what tattoos were popular throughout time, they talked about like these Egyptian ones. Like now people have tattoos that seem Egyptian, but like this one, they would have like different Egyptian tattoos. A lot of times on females they found, but then
Yes.
it would be like little symbols or things like that that were, thing. And so like that was like a more just kind of like generic tattoo, like had some meanings, things like that. But then
Hmm.
Romans, it was the same sort of thing. It was kind of negative. It was mostly used to mark criminals or slaves.
Criminals. Yep.
Yeah, you saw that same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it was like one kind of just okay generic thing. It would just be more like I think they found a pharaoh type person with a tattoo, and then you go to Roman, and it's kind of bad. Or soldiers would sometimes put their markings like of what group they were in.
Yeah. It would be mostly sailors that would do it.
Yes, yes, yes. And then yeah, then it became a big. And what I saw is a guy, James Cook, who's not the running back for the Buffalo Bills. There's a different James Cook. And in the 1700s, he visited Polynesia,
Yes.
and then they actually have the word for tattoo. That's where the
Yeah.
word
Yeah.
tattoo comes from. And so then, yeah, like you're saying, it was became a big sailor thing. So, what are always the popular tattoos you see that sailors have? Like, I think there's
It's
sailor
the
fin.
anchor.
Yeah, the anchor. Exactly. Like that's such a classic. I'm gonna butcher the story slightly, but my wife was telling me about a story about one of her friends that wanted to get a tattoo that said, "I will not sink." It was something along those lines. It was something to do with sinking, and then it was a picture of an anchor.
Okay.
And then my wife's like, no, like what you're saying and what this is the opposite. Like anchors literally sink.
Yeah.
You can't have a thing that says I will never sink and then have a picture of an anchor. That's literally the opposite of what you're trying to say. So,
Right.
so yeah, yeah. So then then you're right. Then it became like like a sailor type of thing, 17, 1800s, ships, nautical things, anchors. Uh,
Compasses.
Compasses, yes, exactly. So definitely working class and maritime kind of stuff. Um, what
But
are the
if you
things
go
that,
to like
yeah.
it's like Japan, those
Hmm.
tattoos are like super frowned upon. You should never like tattoo your skin. You should always just stay clean. Anything with tattooing usually means Yakuza,
Oh,
so
yeah,
gang
yeah.
related,
Yes.
and it's again looked down upon. I'm sure it's not like that now, but maybe like 30
Eh,
years ago, 20 years
Yeah.
ago, it was just not a good thing to have a tattoo.
Yeah, it seems very polarizing. Like certain cultures are super into it, right? Like Polynesians and things like that. You see like the Samoan guys that always have these big tattoos, and it's kind of
The
a
face tats, they have the face tats.
crazy. Yes, yes. Mike Tyson style. And then you've got, like you're saying, some cultures where it's just like super frowned upon. Um, and even throughout history, there's times it's frowned upon, and then just certain cultures now still it's not super popular.
Yeah.
The I saw one of the first early ones, or not early ones, because he was still this is like late 1800s.
Mhm.
But there was King George so one of the kings of England had this dragon tattoo, which is a little crazy of a tattoo. Then Tsar Nicholas had one. So like at this point, royalty is starting to get involved in Europe in
Yeah.
the late 1800s, which is obviously then to become more popular after that.
The 1800s is when they created the first like mechanical uh, tattooing machine because before that it was
Oh,
all the hammering.
yeah, that would be a big. You're talking about being annoyed that like you had to sit there for 4 hours. Imagine like,
Back then. Yeah, just
yeah,
days at weeks at a time.
yes, yes. Um, then I heard, then it was like basically that it was a lot of, then it was like a sideshow thing. So you had like Maud Stevens Wagner here. Like you would
Yes,
have,
the
I think
women. Yep.
the women, yeah, we started getting it. And some, this is like a girl, like kind of a sideshow, Barnum Bailey's type of thing where she's got her whole body basically tattooed except for her face.
Right. That was the attraction. That was the whole circus act.
Yeah. So, if I'm skipping any too many, you stop me enough. And then like World War II, then you get the classic like pinup girls, a mom one,
Yes.
on the positive side, and then like you mentioned on the negative side, Nazis kind of forcing the like Jewish prisoners to get tattoos. So that's kind of
The number tattoos, yep.
yes, the number tattoos is like a branding thing, which was obviously super negative connotation of it. So then more recently, you had like maybe 70s, 80s, you get more of like the snakes, the band logos, a skull,
Oh,
kind
it's
of like,
the lion, the lion
yes,
tattoos.
yes, biker, kind of like biker punk type of thing.
Flames. Yeah, flames is always a big
Flames,
one.
yes. And then 90s, you start getting like the tribal, like sometimes or the barbed wire.
The barbed wire was a big one.
Yes, yes, our barbed wire was good. And then a lot of the, yeah,
I
Polynesian
think tramp
tribal things.
stamp was in the 90s.
Yes, tramp stamps definitely 90s, early 2000s for sure.
Yeah.
And then 2000s you start getting like Roman numerals, quotes, flowers,
The
portraits.
rose, yeah.
Yeah. So I saw a thing that 30 to 40% of US adults under 40 have at least one tattoo.
I saw that women have more tattoo than men. There's like a higher percentage that a woman would have a
Interesting.
tattoo.
I would
In your relationship with
yes,
your wife, who has a tattoo?
she does.
Look at that. Just like
Yeah,
that.
she
And
does.
Lex is a male, and Lex does
Yep,
not have a tattoo.
that's true.
So,
And my sister has a tattoo as well.
oh, look at that.
Yep. So no, you're right. You're spot on with that. I would say Ben Thiel, who's been on the show a bunch of times, he's got a bunch of tattoos as well. He might have more than you. I don't. It wasn't a. It's close. I'll give you credit for more. But he's got a bunch. But yeah, in general, I would say it's more the women that I know that have tattoos more than men.
But they are also known to get rid of them too.
Oh, interesting. Like regret having them
Like yeah,
versus
regret. Like they got a young age, like, hey, this is the cool thing. I'll get that
yes.
rose petal ankle tattoo. Like they always
Yes, or the tramp stamp, like you said,
the
that
tramp
could be
stamp.
that's tougher when you're older.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
tough
yeah,
look.
that is a tough look older on. But you can pull. Hey, if you don't shy away from it, if you own it, that's what the key is.
Yeah, screw
Yes, yeah.
it.
So yeah, it's interesting. It's like it's you have to I feel like pretty confident getting one that you're not going to regret it later on, and that's why you doing it later on was a better idea than you doing it at like 18.
Right.
Yeah, because I feel like
Because
now you're
it's a huge commitment.
yes, exactly. Uh, Speaking of commitments, I don't know if you know the guy Lucky Diamond Rich.
I do not.
He is a
I
man that
knew
has.
I know Lou Diamond Phillips.
I knew you were going to say that, Lou Diamond Phillips. I love Lou Diamond Phillips, La Bamba, but this is tattooed his entire body. So he has 100% of
Wow.
his body tattooed, including under his eyelids, or
Oh
sorry,
God.
his eyelids, his gums, and inside his ears.
His gums?
Yeah.
God, I can't feel comfortable.
He's got the Guinness World Record, most tattooed man.
What exactly is like
He looks like,
the payoff? I mean,
uh, I mean, he kind of looks like something from Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, yeah.
Yeah.
Boil 'em, mash 'em,
He's
stick 'em in a stew.
he's one handprint away from being it.
He's he
Oh
is
Lord.
he is scary looking. There's a point of too much tattoo.
Yeah.
This is way past that.
Like there's no design, there's no art form to it. It's just that's another thing that's like happened like recently, maybe like the past 5 years, where they do blackout tattoos.
Yes.
I find that ridiculous. I just don't there's like no art to it. It's
Yeah.
just you're just blacking out something and it's just like why?
Yeah. Yeah. Just a big section of your arm that's literally just all black, something
Just
like that.
black. Yeah.
Yeah. That's an odd one. I don't really understand that either. Yeah.
Any artist can do that. That's like not even impressive.
Yes. Yes. So I found some examples of crime and stuff involved in. There was a guy who had a dismembered torso
Mm.
and they didn't have fingerprints, but they were able in 2017 to identify him because of a tattoo on his body.
No way.
Yeah.
Forget about the
So
dental records. Let's just go straight to the
I
tattoos.
think it might, I don't even know if he had a head.
Oh
Uh,
man.
it was, yeah, I didn't see the full picture. I just got the story from BBC. But it's, yeah, that was crazy. There was a lawsuit over a tattoo involving Rasheed Wallace,
Okay.
where a guy thought that like the guy that created this tattoo for him for like 450 bucks.
Yeah.
Rasheed Wallace was featured in some Nike commercial, and the guy was like, "Well, I own that tattoo. You can't feature Rasheed Wallace with this tattoo in the Nike commercial." It
Oh,
was Whitmill versus Warner Brothers, 2011. Oh, I guess he's suing over the commercial being broadcast. Yeah. Nike ended up taking down the commercial. I ended up thinking.
the
But
tattoo artist?
so the tattoo artist sues Warner Brothers. I guess they had something to do with the commercial. Over the guy was saying he owns the right of this. It was his design. And they were basically they were
Um,
selling a yeah, this is it's a con, this is who knows, what the actual, I don't know if this person was actually mad, but he's basically like, oh, that's my tattoo being featured in a commercial. I'm not getting any money for this. I'm
so do
suing.
you have to blur out my tattoo for the YouTube portion of it?
Well, your tattoo artist, maybe if they asked for it. No, I think it
If
set some sort of precedent. I didn't see what the final, I know they took it down. I don't know what the legality of that is, like with the long run issue. I'll have to look into more of that case. This was just more
we need
like
to
a,
ask face.
this is more like a highlight reel as far as like, minimal deep dive in this, other than I know that they were sued over the likeness of his, basically the artist saying that I own that likeness of his tattoo. I don't want it being shown where I'm not getting any cut of the money.
That is such a stretch because so many people have tattoos that are promoted
Yes.
in everything.
Yeah. Well, people try to sue over anything though.
Yeah, I guess, but that one's a stretch. I don't know. If I was
Yeah.
Warner
Yeah.
Brothers, I would have fought back.
Yeah. They did. They did. Yeah. I'm
Okay.
sure. I don't. I could do a deeper dive on what happened with that case, but it was just something that I found was interesting. Um, how about some? Do you have some other tattoo stories here now? If I could keep going, or I can.
No, I
I'll
mean you're
let you
pretty
say
much
something.
covering everything that I
Okay.
pretty much looked into.
Cool.
The only other thing that I can say that you haven't mentioned yet is that you don't have a tattoo,
That's true.
and I'm trying to figure out why.
I just haven't found something that I want to put on that bad. Like that I feel that strongly about or good design or something like that. I'm not like, like I like playing volleyball. I've seen some guys with like a volleyball tattoo. Don't love that.
Oh
Like
no,
what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
no.
Like what I would have to figure out what would exactly fit where I would again feel comfortable with it, like knowing it's going to be permanent. And I haven't found that yet. I'm not
Here's what
opposed
you
to
should
it.
do.
Yeah.
You should get a tattoo of a QR code.
Yes.
So
That's
whenever
yes.
somebody goes into it, it brings up Chubstep.
Yes. There's a guy that walks around. Let me find this. Um, oh, this is what I'll do. All right. There is a guy that, come on. To get to this stupid website. Okay. There's a guy that has his YouTube videos where he just goes in and he has the barcode for Costco's rotisserie chicken on
Oh
his
yeah.
shirt. I could just get the barcode for Costco rotisserie chicken on my arm. And then,
God. Let's
and
just
then
hope that the price never changes.
yeah, yeah, where it becomes unreasonable or they change their SKU or something like that.
Yeah.
But that would be a pretty ridiculous one. But yeah, I've heard about the QR code thing, and it's like people send it to something. But here's the deal: like, you don't know what the internet is going to be in 15 years.
Right.
Like, that QR code didn't exist 15 years ago, and now it does, and it goes to a specific spot. YouTube might not be around in 10 years. Who knows? We don't
Yeah.
know. So have it go somewhere on the internet seems pretty crazy. I saw some ones where people also had like type 1 diabetic instead of wearing like a bracelet,
Oh
or
my
like they'll do some sort
God.
of like a medical emergency thing. And you're just, I don't know. Yeah,
That
yeah,
sounds ridiculous.
yes, yes, it
I mean,
is.
obviously, every tattoo has the meaning for somebody specific. It could literally be a hot dog dancing.
Yeah,
Um, I just think Chubstep means the world to you.
it's true. I could get the Chubstep logo, but we've changed logos before. This is like our newest logo, which is now still like 5 years old. But what if the logo changes again? They got an old logo.
True. You could do
Yeah.
like dates on your ribs.
Mm,
So it'd be the day you get married, the day Lex is born, the
the
day you told me you
day
love me.
the day the new Mummy gets released.
But yeah, Brandon Fraser's birthday.
Brendan Fraser's birthday. See, where do you draw the line? That would be my problem. It's like there's so many good days out there. Arbor Day,
Yeah, Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
That's a good one. Flag Day.
Which year? Flag Day? Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of good options. I wouldn't know how to stop. Uh, there's been some tattoos gone wrong. There's this
Yes.
girl, Kat Gallagher. She kind of looks like
Oh dear God.
well, she tried like tattooing her eye or something. She let's see, she got lost partial vision.
That is one thing I will
She was inking
never.
the white of her eye,
Oh my Lord.
and shockingly, that hurt her vision for a little bit. Was trying to get it darker. She kind of looks like a Gyllenhaal, like she could be Maggie Gyllenhaal's
Megan Gyllenhaal's daughter.
sister or something. Yeah, daughter. Frozen up. But yeah, like there's some purple in her eye, but it clearly looks infected or something. I mean, it looks, do not do this.
They
Don't do
have
this.
colored contacts. I
Yeah,
mean,
you do.
there are
That's a
easier ways.
much better way. Every once in a while, tattoo infections can cause like a septic shock going to that. That's why, when you do these, I'm sure the place you're going is very sterile and things like that. They're very careful with like that
Very
type of
clean.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
very
a very clean
clean.
place.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, they're not using the same needle for person after person. But yeah, if you obviously use any sort of needle and it's not clean, you have the risk of things going on, septic,
The
sepsis.
aftercare is super important. Otherwise, you'll eventually just die because of the infection.
Yeah.
So last August during your birthday, when we were doing Jetty stuff,
Yeah.
um, Fred Sullivan had a tattoo on his thigh that was like infected, and he's in the water. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's just like, "What?" I'm like, "You need to get out of here, like right now. You
Yeah.
need to take care of that immediately."
Yes.
And
Well,
he started drinking more, so I don't. He's fine now, but
yeah.
at the
Well, maybe
time,
he kind of thought it was like the salt water where it heals wounds, except for it was a dirty river water
yeah,
that does
with
quite the opposite,
clams,
which with clams. The clams clean it, but they can't clean it all.
right?
So
It was like yellow, and I just I wanted to throw up looking at it. I'm like,
oh
you Pat, you
God.
got to get on the boat. You can't be in the water.
Yeah. Yeah. I also think, I'll be honest, I think if I had a darker skin tone, I would have more tattoos. I think that's the thing. I think it works better on darker skin tones than me. Um,
Ah, so this is probably the portion you didn't see. So there are rules to color. For example, I can't have blue on my skin because it'll turn brown.
Racist.
I know. So you're in the area where you can literally have any color.
Yeah, but I don't know if color always, like I don't know if it's always preferred to have these colors. I'll show you an example where like this doesn't a bunch of color doesn't look good. When I haven't done this reference in a while, but I'm going to bring it back to my boy Ben Affleck.
Oh Lord. Okay. Let's see here.
Like maybe more color is not always good.
That is old tradition. That's very good. Um,
But I mean, this looks crazy.
there's just yeah.
It's too much.
there's a lot of
I,
empty spots
it's
there.
impressive. It's impressive, like obviously well done from the artist, but like
Yeah,
it just looks kind of crazy.
it's hard to really tell. It looks like perfect, but if it just looks like it's out of place.
Yes, that's exactly. Um, yeah, this has been Ben Affleck with a huge back tattoo, and he's got a shoulder one as well. Um,
Oh, the shoulder one's pretty good.
yeah, shoulder one seat that fits better to me. It's this one just and it doesn't even really match the shoulder doesn't match the back one either. So um
Oh God, that's such a tough thing to do because I have nothing to match this tattoo with.
yeah. And there's but like the problem is those are like almost touching, right?
Yeah,
And they don't really match the style at all. So anyway, that's the risk. I think the color thing I would prefer I think if I were going to do one I would do no color or like a just a black or
just black.
yeah black. Um But yeah, it is interesting. You're right. The lighter your skin is, the more colors you can do. I just don't always know if more colors is better.
You should get a Nordic tattoo.
I'm not really, of all my heritage, I don't really have any Nordic ties.
So you want to do closer to your heritage?
Otherwise, it's cultural appropriation. I'll get canceled instantly. Chubstep will be off the air instantly.
I mean, or bad publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, good point.
Maybe you'll
Man
get
gets
more views.
man gets Nordic tattoo who's closest. Uh, heritage goes to Germany,
Sure.
not to Norway. Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
What's
No,
some
it's
good German tattoos?
yeah, well, also some bad ones, so but risky, fine line. So yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, I've thought about it. And there's you're in Chicago, there's tattoo places. I got
Everywhere.
three within like 2 blocks of me.
Right.
I am always amazed at how those places can like stay in business because I just can't imagine they're that like people are getting that many tattoos. I know you pay a lot for a tattoo. It
A
costs a lot of money.
significant amount. Yeah. It
But
depends on how much you're gonna cover. Since
yeah,
mine was a whole arm piece, yeah, it was definitely a lot. But the
yes.
little tattoo on my hip, that was way, way, way less.
What was like the one in your hat? Was like a couple $100 or like
I think it was 80, $80.
$80?
Yeah.
So like how does a place stay in business if there's a ton all over the city? Like you would have people coming in there all the time.
Right.
I don't know. It's just like
The
it just
advertising would have to be pitch perfect. I mean,
yes.
you'd have to go out there hustling and pretty much let people know that, hey, you're this artist that can do this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
That's probably why TikTok and Instagram
Yes.
and like Facebook is so good for advertising.
So yes, and so people that listen to the show for a while will remember this. There was Steve lost a bet where he was actually supposed to get a tattoo. And
Oh yeah.
it was this whole thing in fantasy football. This was maybe like 2017, 2018. There was a bet where he said that he randomly had sent this in a group text where if my sister had won our fantasy football league, he was going to get a tattoo of her and Post Malone riding a Velociraptor. And he just randomly sends this thing. And of course, in my sister's first year in fantasy football, she wins this 12-person league. And so we have this whole thing set up where we were supposed to go to Miami. Ace or Chubstep Face, our lawyer, actually set up this whole thing where we found an artist that had given like the new Post Malone that was actually
Yeah.
going to show him this tattoo of Post Malone. It was just going to be Post Malone riding a Velociraptor at some point. And this guy mocked it up. And then Steed doesn't show up to Miami. He bails on the trip last second.
You guys
And
still went?
well, we were there for a fantasy football trip. He didn't show up for the fantasy football
Oh,
trip.
gotcha.
He was the only one that didn't show up. And a lot of people think he was bailing on this thing. So our group checks is still called Steve Get the Tattoo, I think. And he hasn't gotten it yet. And as we're talking about tattoos, yeah, it's still called Paul Get the Tattoo. So uh as we're talking about tattoos, I think Steve, reminder that Steve still owes 11 other people a tattoo. I mean, like
Right.
it's and yeah, we
Going
had it
on
all
nine
queued up. He
years.
bailed on it. Yes, for 9 years now, he needed to get this tattoo, and I won't let it go. I hope he gets it at some point. Um, it's a
It
sad,
doesn't even have
sad
to be
kid.
that big. I
No,
mean,
it could be super tiny, and it can be anywhere in his
yeah.
body, anywhere in his
Oh
body,
man.
and he's bailing on it. But he's a liar, And until he does it, I can say that.
He's a liar. He's a swindler.
Yes.
He's a cheat. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Well, that's probably
exactly.
why he's in Korea. He doesn't want to face the music.
Exactly. Exactly. Or he's there to get the tattoo. Maybe he has a art tattoo artist. Last
Oh,
thing I was gonna
Korean style.
last thing I was gonna ask you now, I've seen now that they have some electronic tattooing. What are your thoughts on that? Like I've seen some tattoo machines now where you just have an image, like a graphic design image, and then it can tattoo on the body.
Wow. That's risky. But everything would have to like match perfectly. They'd have to understand like the curvature of your whatever body part it is.
Yeah.
They'd have to be somewhat gentler on like the softer spots.
Yeah.
Um, so when I was getting my arm tattooed, the spot closest to my armpit hurt really bad. So if a machine's doing it, it's just gonna just do it and it's gonna hurt like all hell.
Yes. Yes.
That doesn't sound pleasant at all. I can't imagine that's gonna work out.
Here's a quick video of this girl getting it done.
Okay.
Skip ahead here.
She has her arm raised. Oh, now it's like she's drawing blood. Oh, she is strapped.
Oh yeah, they're really strapping you in there. They're not, and then they had an actual like, and then
That looks ugly as hell.
well, she put like a Mona Lisa's eyes on there, right?
Yeah.
Um, so it did like an actual picture on there.
I that looks awful.
Well, she chose a bit,
That
yeah.
just
So you're out on this.
yeah.
Okay.
That looks like it's going to fade immediately.
Yeah, it might. It
Because it's
might.
just lasers, right? So there's
I
nothing
don't
really penetrating the skin.
robot. Yeah, that one looks like lasers. Black Dot. Oh, so there was a Shark Tank. This was on Shark Tank called Black Dot Tattoo.
Yeah, I'm out.
Nava's out on it. Okay, I see there's some versions where you're strapped in and it actually is a little needle that goes around. Sorry, I'm gonna do one last thing because I'm discovering as we're sitting here.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
But again, like
Well,
you're saying, you have to be so careful.
I mean, those other tattoos are pretty different. That's
I don't know what that is.
blessed. Did I say
Why
blessed?
did they do
No.
that? Okay.
I don't know
Yeah.
what that
I don't
was.
know what that is. But yeah, interesting. So there's interesting. They're trying to automate this, obviously, some of this process with tattooing. So we'll see.
Wow. There's a tattoo artist that puts his client to sleep. And it's like a group of
Mm.
people that work on him for like giant pieces.
Oh,
And it's just I mean, it's good work, but it's just like, wow, that's gonna be like super expensive because now you have to
yes.
pay to
Oh,
knock
for
knock you out.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's a premium for sure. Nice. Any last things here enough before we wrap it up?
So tomorrow is Friday the 13th.
Yes.
They do Friday the 13th sales. Jared, you can get a tattoo.
Oh, sales for tattoos?
Yeah. Also, we have a mutual friend that tattoos. We
Oh.
know her very well. She used to go by the name of,
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that.
she
Yeah.
tattoos now. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. I guess my restriction so far has not been on the artist doing it. That has not been what's
Yeah.
stopping me so far, but that is good to know. You're right.
So if
Uh,
you, I don't know, maybe if you're in the area, we can
if
go
I
visit her.
if we're in the area, uh, I'll consider it. I'll strongly consider, but I'm not going to make a guarantee like Steed and then back away.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
I
All right.
recommend you watch maybe like YouTube supercuts of the tattoo show
Oh yeah. Like
uh,
yes, I know what you're talking about. There was that reality show that was on for a while.
with Dave Navarro. Yeah, You got to
Yes.
see some of the big failures. It's usually like portraits. Like if they were to do like a tattoo of your face on somebody's like
Yeah.
back, just so off.
So maybe that's where it's better to have the laser one do it. If
Oh
it's
yeah, because it'd be more accurate.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
No
exact
failure
picture
there.
of something. Yeah, that's maybe the time where it's a good idea to use it. Well, there you go. All right, yeah, I'll do some. I'll pump me up with some tattoo highlight reels.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Thanks, Dov.
Of
Appreciate it.
course.
Listen to the show once a week. Check us out on YouTube, Chubstep Podcast. Look at these glasses I'm wearing.
Oh,
That's right.
is it on
Uh,
the chubstepshop.com?
chubstepshop.com. It's coming soon. Somebody's got to buy the website, and then we can start selling stuff on there. You got to pay for it with Bitcoin. Then
Yeah.
dubstep.podcast@gmail.com if you want us to do a topic or want us to talk about something. The show has ended. Be on.
Now you know you got to go.
Peace. This is Yasin.